good evening, guys. Happy Friday, and I'm very happy to be here early this evening. Kicking back, relaxing. I'll actually show you how much I'm relaxing. Cheers. Casting a couple of sets here that we have sponsored of actually all my channel members. So we have Ant1Pro versus JaCoB lined up for you, and then Almoood versus Memphis. So yeah, should be interesting tonight in terms of how these sets pan out. I'm certainly looking forward to it, and I'm certainly looking forward to chilling and casting and watching these sets with you guys. Welcome everyone in the chat who is already here. Hope you are having a good one so far. And yeah, I've since the World Series really haven't really done too much focused 1v1. I've done a bit of chill quick match on Generals Online, but as you can probably understand, I've not really had the flavour to play 1v1 with the same intensity that I did in the build up to the World Series, but I've been mainly focusing on team games. But yeah, nice to actually just watch a few 1v1s in again to get in the mood. In the mood with Ant1Pro and JaCoB, and in the mood with Almoood. Sam in the chat as well. JaCoB himself is in the chat. And yeah, whilst we were having the intro there, it is exactly that, red versus blue. Hello as well, by the way. Yeah, I did a spin the wheel whilst we had the intro up there, just to be efficient, and it is going to be JaCoB's first map. It is a best of 11. We are going to do random reverse. If it gets to a decider, we'll pick something on the fly here. And the details are $25, best of 11. JaCoB won the wheel spin, so gets first map. We'll think of decider when, in brackets, if we get there. Right, what is JaCoB gonna pick? I actually didn't put any limit to the map pool here. Obviously, yeah, Dralin, we've not seen that for a while. Obviously, when there's a World Series map pool, everybody just spams those maps. But yeah, be nice to see some other maps once again. And Dralin, to be fair, was always a popular one. It just didn't seem to make the World Series final lineup. Interesting matchup to kick things off. Is doable both ways, especially on this map. And hello, Killer. Oh, I have a little bit of a bone to pick with you, Killer. Not just on the, as you know, the Da Vinci accusations, but actually with regard to that grading or ranking of players you sent me in DM, which I didn't respond to other than saying hello. Apparently you've put my seal of approval on that ranking list, so explain please. Anyway, we'll let Killer think about that in a second. Down in the bottom left we have Ant1Pro in the orange. He's China Tank. And in the top right in the blue, it is JaCoB with the GLA Demolition. Both of these guys, I think, have met in real life as well. JaCoB went to the ZH LAN this year. Anti was definitely there the year I was there. I think he's been there multiple times actually as well. Hummy in the chat has met JaCoB as well, and Anti. ZH LAN is a good one. Okay, so we're seeing a forward supply here from Ant1Pro. Do I hate Staz? I mean, hate's a strong word. Don't like him, which I've been over many, many times. Why that is. I mean, if you want story time again, I'm happy to do it. Truck and terrorist interaction here, and they're the sort of mistakes that you won't see in a World Series semi-final onwards, really. But there is another terrorist in position, and... oh! It's mistake on mistake here from JaCoB. That is the thing with demo terrorists, actually. They can, of course, get run over there, so JaCoB needed to click that or guard mode that. But as it is now, that's kind of a great start for Anti, who's very quickly got up to a third supply. And even though he's only run over one worker, it's also the damage of the delayed mining time as well, and the delay of the tech across the map. So, yeah, I think Anti will be very happy with that start. JaCoB under a little bit of pressure now to get something done with these first two units, and that is going to be Tech Terror with some RPGs in it, I think, as well, and a demo bike. So, yeah, JaCoB might be looking to try and get a bit of a dozer hunt off here, but it is nicely done from Anti, who is not sure what this truck's doing, who is trying to defend, but the dozer has been spotted. Again, these units a little bit out of position. Anti with a little bit of a panic on with that dozer. And I think JaCoB might commit. No, he decides not to. Does get a truck for his troubles. Oh, he could have clicked that. He actually could have clicked that. He might still get it. I think Anti needs to cancel that scaffold. Yeah, so he gets the hunt. But does Anti have everything he needs here? The two war factories to get across the map. Killer is mega cheeky, man. Literally, you say anything and the world knows it. He's mega cheeky. And I didn't even say anything other than hi. Right, so Ant1Pro has to go now. We're about to see the art of defense for JaCoB and the art of war from Ant1Pro, who needs to send his units across the map ASAP. Needs to get another truck there as well. So all these sort of things, for those that are channel members will know when I do the member videos, I call all these sort of things unforced errors. There's no reason for Anti not to remake that truck. It's just his own mistake, right? It's not a forced error like being harassed or whatever. And we saw something similar with JaCoB here. So yeah, when you improve, you do have to try and eliminate all of those unforced errors. But as I say, JaCoB has not won this game yet. He's about to lose two tunnels here. Got to be careful of that tower. Fortunately, it fell to the right for Ant1Pro. And actually a little bit of a scorpion poke here from JaCoB. Do like the extra tunnels, and this is where it will get difficult for Anti. When there's a row of tunnels and scorps, he is going to need to add something to deal with those scorps. He's opted for outposts. I actually think Vet 2 Battlemasters are fine as well in this situation. Yeah, and here, for example, I think he'd have just been better off committing to that Vet 2 Scorp. Because in the end, he's going to lose all of this, and will that GAT actually get in the supply line? It actually will, to be fair. Okay. So that did kind of work out for Anti in the end. That is nice from JaCoB. Gets a double. So that is probably it, actually. That is probably it. Unless Anti combines with these outposts and flamers and actually gets on top of that arms dealer right now, which he is not doing, by the way. Needed to combine these units. JaCoB is going to take a 1-0 lead. Yep, Ant1Pro agrees with me. And that is a quick 1-0. We do have a second set after this. I've allowed 2 hours. It might not take 2 hours. Looking at that first game, it is a matchup which can be speedy though, one way or another. Yeah, so JaCoB will be happy with that. I probably would if you asked me which army I'd prefer. I'd probably take the demo here, but it's certainly not a gimme. What we'd call a free win as the demo in this matchup. Okay, we jump in. We start with the player with the early lead. It is JaCoB with the blue China tank. Up in the top right, in the orange, it is Ant1Pro with the GLA demolition. And I think Anti himself will say that GLA is probably his least favourite army. From what I know. Could be wrong about that. Could be USA. I do think China's his favourite, actually. So, yeah, we'll be a little bit frustrated with that early loss. Got a barrack scaffold there. It is pretty much an identical build from JaCoB, except this is going to be the second and that will be the third supply. Potato, potato. Nanti will now know that that is a forward supply. Hasn't taken his crate there. I mean, it's 200, I think. Worth getting. That's a nicely timed tunnel, though. That will get up. But yeah, no tunnel here, which he is now making. Yeah, now, no, he's got to be paying attention. Oh, okay, just about, just barely. Like that choice to go round rather than headbutt this spun up gat. But again, Ant1Pro under pressure to get something done here. Wouldn't mind him committing there, decides not to. Goes for the reactor actually, but very nice from JaCoB, who anticipated that and is actually already building that reactor. So JaCoB's looked impressive, I would say, so far. Has not taken any harassment damage whatsoever, and Anti now having to transition. King says, how am I? I'm good, mate. How are you? I don't know if you know me. What was your account name? We used to play in 2008. You quit the game in 2011. So did I, actually. Or was it 2012? Around that time. Yeah, let me know your name. Hello, Hellfire, by the way. Okay. Oh! Oh dear, he's lost all his RPGs there. Not ideal. And I'd actually like to see just more tunnels there, now that he's trying to get the oils. Kobe though with the licks. I don't believe there's any quads out, so Ant1Pro is about to get caught off guard. Seeing a bunker ought to give you a bit of a read, but there is a barracks on the field. Well, he's definitely got the scout now. Yeah, and he's like, oh, but again, that's the indecision. I don't think. I think Anti needs to get on top of. I mean, these are never going to outrun a licks, are they? So, commit to killing the flamer, maybe try and kill a truck. In the end, he loses them for free. Oil gets denied. Very nicely done again by JaCoB. One quad is out. So, Anti is in trouble because JaCoB is now up to a fourth supply here. Nice pop in the corner. But is it too defensive what Anti's doing right now? About to lose this position, I think, as well. And then subsequently he will lose that third supply. Yeah, it needs to pop here, like now. Yeah. Very impressive from JaCoB, actually. This is actually the best I've seen him in these first 2 games. Am I staying live after, says the poet. Probably not, for a couple of reasons. Because there is talk of potentially me playing in a challenge this evening. In which there is a live caster, and I don't think the live caster would want me to POV just because it would take viewers. So yeah, after these casts are round up, but I am having a bit of free time the next couple of days, so it's a rare weekend of freedom. GG from Ant1Pro. Yeah, nicely done from JaCoB. Quickly done as well. So yeah, we'll probably do a live this weekend of gameplay. So, Anti needs a good map pick now. Because those opening 2 games look pretty convincing in favour of the JaCoB. Let's do his Anti's style of map. Classic stuff like Snowy, maybe? What's BH? Black Hell, I guess? Yeah. King says his name was NASA and I was into gymnastics. I mean, my memory's terrible, so I actually don't remember that. And I am not into gymnastics. Okay, what did we have there? Another demo and another China. Was that vanilla China? I've never ever done gymnastics. But maybe you've just remembered slightly incorrectly, because you might not be too far away with that guess. Which China was that? Which China was that? Oh, Nuke. Very interesting. Okay. Well, the danger is here. Anti could go 3-0 down, because I do think Nuke is quite strong. Seems to beat GLA more than the other way round in recent games, but we shall see. We start with Ant1Pro down in the bottom left with the GLA Demolition, and up in the top right it is JaCoB with the China Nuke. Hellfire says, how can I join the OOE? I mean, we are a very, very, very small clan at the moment, actually. It is just literally me, Mara, Mamo, Lift, Spalding, and unfortunately inactive again, Mr. Vivid. Yeah. Okay, poets. Understood, yeah. And thank you, Mohameda, for the good wishes. Hummy is basically an honorary OOE as well, to be fair. He is an honorary OOE. So Oil Grab, War Factory from JaCoB, and is that going to be a TT again from Anti? Does need to get more done with his first tech. You saw the difference between his first tech and JaCoB's. It really set the tone of the game overall. Used to play with Herb a lot in his early days. Yeah, Mr. Herb is a granny as well. I mean, you can see the value of what you can get done with the first tech, as per Vivid in the World Series. Very, very good with his tech micro. So Anti's swung by up here. JaCoB already dropping an airfield, and that oil grab will not be denied. Nice repair on that as well. Now, if we look at the timer here, Anti's getting into JaCoB's base at the 2-minute mark. Normally, your first tech wants to be in there around the 1 minute 40 mark, so he's pretty late, and he's pretty lucky actually that... Oh, I was going to say that TT got off, but it didn't. Somehow that failed there. So it's actually disastrous from Anti here. Disaster. Goes for the second arms dealer. Not too sure about that. He won't mind me giving these comments, as Anti is a famous roaster whilst casting himself. No, although I'm not really roasting, actually. I'm just sort of disagreeing with the choices here a little bit. Yeah, and this is where it hurts, right? That Bannermaster's basically gonna just reset that supply line, crushes 3, but again causes delay. JaCoB with full map control here. Probably a bit surprised there's nothing out on the map. He sees there's nothing here, he sees there's nothing here. Ant1Pro is pinned into what we term as the very infamous Boyka corner, where basically if you bought a radar van, the map would look very dark. That is the Boyka corner. Yeah. Yeah, and it hurts this. JaCoB is looking as good as he's ever looked, actually. As good as he has ever looked. Is Mr. Google, aka Amar, yeah, not Omar, Amar, but close enough, yeah. He doesn't play actually anymore, sadly, yeah. Hello, Alphiates. Hello, hello. Yeah, and this is the situation you don't want to be in as GLA when you're having to drive around your units chasing Helixes, and yeah, that Helix has just survived. And the only thing now, really, and realistically, that would give... Oh, wow, JaCoB even got this oil. That would give him a bit of a fighting chance would be a dozer hunt. And even then, I actually don't think it would be enough, because JaCoB is on multiple helixes. He's on his propaganda. Overlords are already streaming across the map. Yeah, this is a tonk, to give you an English word so far. It's actually going to be an important game in the reverse of this for Anti to actually keep himself in the set, because 4-0 down after half an hour is definitely not where you want to be. Yeah, GG. Woof. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, that was commanding from JaCoB. Very, very good. As I say, I mean, I have not seen JaCoB for a while. Did he play in the World Series? Because he's looking pretty good. JaCoB, did you play the World Series? I forgot. And if he did, who did he go out to? He's joking. I didn't play it. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think from what I'm seeing, he's looking good. He's looking good. Right, big one for Anti here. He can do it. As I say, I think China's his best army, but we shall see. We start with JaCoB in the blue. With the GLA demolition, and up in the top right it is Ant1Pro with the orange nuke. JaCoB saying he was in the semi-final of the Semi-World Series. That's right. I think No Mercy won that against someone. To Apex. Saw Apex in the chat. I think it was actually Apex. So who did JaCoB lose to in the semi-final? Probably Apex, right? Yeah. So not a bad run to make the semi-finals of that. Looking better than how he looked in that Semi-World Series from memory. Well, it's an identical build from Anti here, the Oil Grab War Factory. A pretty similar opening from JaCoB, although he's done an interesting half box plus demo trap there. It's time I play as Yarman. No, as Ant1Pro, isn't it? I think. For a bit of a comeback. Remember Guys Killers versus Vivid was a good set. Yeah. To be honest, I think it wasn't talked about enough how actual difficult Vivid's path was, because he had Mojo in round 2, which people forget about. Like, Mojo at the time was making a lot of finals. He was sort of performing like top 5 level. He's kind of fallen off since then. Love you, Mojo. But yeah, he had Mojo round 2. Oh, JaCoB and those demo terrorists. Needs to work on those. He then had Killer, didn't he? Round 3. He had Fargo, Vivid did as well. That was the quarters. He had Lift in the semi and me in the final. I mean, that's as hard a route as any, isn't it, really? Okay, so that is a better start from Anti. He's rebuilding his reactor. Hasn't lost either dozer and hasn't taken much damage. Do like the quick follow-up tech, though, from JaCoB here. Thank you, King, mate. Appreciate it. And there we are once again. JaCoB committed to the hunt, but he will hit the mines there. Yeah. Now, Anti's got 5k in the bank, so when that prop finishes, he needs to add more production and fast. Because with your prop up and a couple of war factories, you, in a way, have everything you need to win the game, and he is actually adding that second war factory now, like the mines on that reactor. Actually, it means that that oil is actually perfectly protected. That's very nice. And a bit of economical damage there from Ant1Pro as well. JaCoB coming in with the tech once again. USA versus demo. Use first Humvee to kill workers or defend. I think defend. He's going for that dozer. He's going for that dozer. Big moment. Well chosen mines there from Ant1Pro, which he actually got before the little bit of messaging. And I think that was a very wise call there. Might have just got him on the scoreboard, that. And he is now moving across the map. No palace in sight. Oh! Whoa. Between the Battlemaster splash, the demo trap, and the bike blowing up within the arms dealer, that arms dealer nearly went down, actually. JaCoB already saying, well played. I mean, I think he knows, like, he's on 4 supplies, but what are you going to do to stop this? Ant1Pro a little bit indecisive. Could be the rust. Romanoff saying screen share was used in the semi-World Series final. As in, No Mercy was getting help, I assume. That's what you're meaning by that. To be honest, the semi-World Series, unfortunately, has been historically full of... Well done, Ant1Pro, gets on the scoreboard. Has been full of... what do you even call it? Shite, basically. Account shares, smurfs, people pretending to be other people. Yeah. That is actually unfortunate, because it is constructed to try and encourage the player base to improve and take those steps, and actually a massive opportunity, right? Like, if you're a semi-level in any other game, you wouldn't have a chance to win several $100s in a tournament restricted to your level. So yeah, it kind of sucks when people like make a fake account when they're a pro or whatever, or account share to try and win that prize. And actually, unfortunately, it happened this year, and it actually caused one of the sponsors to retire from the game. Very sad. So yeah. Oh, that's a nice map. Good map. Good map. And I think I saw some stat recently. This was the most popular map of the World Series and the new one. Okay, well, it is a matchup that can be won both ways. It's essentially a mirror, really. It's essentially a mirror. Question is, who's it going to favour? Are either of these players confident in their USA mirror? Big matchup. Carl says, hasn't the last three semi-world series had shady plays? Yeah, so we've had the Massacre Machine debacle. We've had Armin MC as Gozgoz debacle. What else have we had? There's been a few. Screen share gate, says AQA, yeah. Who was in the semi-World Series final and who won? It was No Mercy versus Apex, if I remember correctly. To the game. I mean, I don't mind gossiping and chatting whilst we're casting. We have Ant1Pro on the left of Kuju with the USA laser. And on the right, we have JaCoB with the USA super weapon. Now, if you didn't know already, and the streamers on the World Series didn't tell you about this, this is actually an interesting map for a few reasons. Like the eco layout that you have in your base. I mean, this obviously runs out pretty quick. But what is interesting is that, and this here, believe it or not, is a supply. And both of these supplies are essentially infinite supplies because you get a drop-off from a train to take those supplies. So it adds an interesting element to the game, whereby if you do hold these positions, you can have a massive advantage. And he tried to drop the drop, and I think that was unwise because these MDs are about to get locked down. When he was actually in a great position, if he'd have dropped here, to actually deny all Chinooks from JaCoB. So, not ideal. Getting a bit of a failed box here. That could be clicked down. Is he going to cancel it? He's not going to cancel it. And JaCoB's not going to kill it either. Still hasn't cancelled it. And he's losing Chinooks. Oh, Anti. Yeah. Oh, he nearly lost two, actually. 2 for 1. And he lost that scaffold. To be honest, of things to go wrong in this game, the drop, losing the dozer, losing Chinooks, losing the scaffold, not pulling the Chinooks. Everything's gone wrong for Anti this year. He's even trying to hunt himself now. I'd give this a 2 out of 10, what he's doing right now. Absolutely atrocious. He'll know it himself as well when he watches this back. So, things could have been so different if he'd have dropped here, just paid a little bit more attention to his Chinooks, not lost the scaffold. Oh, he's lost another Chinook as well. I didn't even see this myself. Nicely done from JaCoB, who's already on 2 oils. Well, I think we know who USA Mirror favours in this matchup. Romanov said heard a lot of things going on behind the scenes about screen sharing via Discord. Yeah, I mean, it's a tricky one. There's technically no rule against it, and how do you stop it happening? There was a particular player and streamer, if I had met them in the World Series, which I did not, that I would have actually requested a referee to be in a call with that streamer to avoid that situation happening. Yeah, I mean, that's one idea, right? You put the players in a Discord call muted, which is actually what we see in free-for-alls now to stop players calling up their mate and doubling me cross-map. Yeah. Anyway, Anti needs to get something done here. He's on 3 oils. JaCoB's forgotten one of his. And he has actually delayed temporarily JaCoB's mining, but yeah, maybe he's going to just commit to killing these oils and see if he can get something done. After this start, he's unbelievably not actually out of this yet. JaCoB seems a little bit lost on the amount of units here, and it's taken a while to clean this up. But he is going to be committing in the base here of Anti. Might get the hunt as well. Anti has killed the oil. So Anti actually is on 3 oils now to JaCoB's 0. Got to move that dozer, surely. Oh, he didn't. He didn't. Oh, Anti. Anti, Anti, Anti. Really don't want to lose your reactor either, and he's going to. I think the priority there was to save the reactor, you know. He's trying to get something done in the base as well. I mean, Anti still has production. Got to laser lock with those MDs though. Oh, we lost the 4B there. Oh, okay. Pidot says it is banned. Well, that's good to know. Ant1Pro is fighting on in there. With JaCoB forgetting his oil, he still has a bit of a chance. Should just cancel that. I mean, it's offering nothing, but I guess now with the loss of the reactor, he probably can't avoid floating anyway. So maybe I stand corrected. Maybe it is better to keep that. Just later on if it goes into like a base trade kick situation. JaCoB losing a Chinook here. His barracks are camped as well, interestingly. That might be the dozer. Good unload from Anti. Is Anti actually doing this? Good laser locks on these Vs. Maybe something can get done. The Vs go down. Good pull with his own Vs. Oh, he has capped the barracks for now. It's actually quite a tense situation. And this is where, if he'd have saved his reactor instead of that, which is useless, he might have actually had enough momentum to take this game. But as it is JaCoB just about doing enough? Was Da Vinci a controversial one? No, I believe not. I believe not on that one yet. Well zoned out from JaCoB there. Anti losing a Chinook. Probably doesn't matter actually. And should just use that Ranger to clear up. He needs the Vs to keep the pressure on here. JaCoB is quite broke though, unbelievably. He's literally just mining on the two Chinooks. Oh, that Ranger's bugged out. Look at that. Oh, wow. Just survives. 1 HP. Well, here comes Anti again. There are 2 MDs there, and he can laser lock some Chinooks here. And he will. He will oblige. That Ranger is slow killing the last dozer. 1 Chinook goes down. Oh, there's nothing in these. That's pretty decent laser locking. Wow, JaCoB's selling a supply actually. Chaotic game this. Chaotic game. Oh, and JaCoB sneaked those 2 oils off Anti. That he shouldn't have let happen. Oh, that's massive. Because JaCoB's main issue here is... Oh, he's GG'd out. Was that over? I'm not sure that was over. He was about to hunt JaCoB. Perhaps a slight throwing in of the towel too early there from Anti. With the start, in a way, deserved to lose. But on the flip side, was a very good comeback. That is a very good beer. Hello, Anna Sabibi. Good to see you, mate. Yeah, Anti actually got more money in the end. Yeah, I stand by the point that if Anti had kept his reactor alive, he might have taken that game. Oh, that's true, Alfie. Frostify had a pretty good run as well. Yeah. I think at one point he looked like he was going to take Staz out, so that would have been interesting, yeah. Right, we see JaCoB with the blue USA laser, and we now have Anti with the orange USA super weapon. Arguably now with the weaker army, because we has more expensive Vs, but at least in the early game, arguably doesn't matter, because you expect both players to sort of drop spam and delay the War Factory a little bit. But it's the early game I would suggest that Anti needs to fix. Oh, he did have a dozer at the bottom left. That is true, yeah. That is true. Thank you. I stand corrected. Yeah, I guess it was those oils being captured by JaCoB that was the final straw for Anti there. Who's doing a similar-ish build. JaCoB with the double barracks. And War Factory. So here, clearly, there's only one place for Anti to drop, and it is not there. I don't know why he's so orny on getting the dozers in this matchup. It's much more... Yeah, he's really after the dozers, though. And not oh, Anti. Why? I don't know why. It is one matchup where actually getting hunted is kind of less of an important factor, really, because it rarely gets to the stage where the USAs are A10 in each other, let's say. Oh, Anti, that is a bad one. Hello, Azul Habibi, good to see you. Yeah, JaCoB is going to go one away, I think, unless this V here does some major damage. He's still going for that dozer, and he didn't even get it. Oh, look at it. Oh, Anti... I might stand corrected. USA might be Anti's least favourite army. Nice little poke with the dozer there, though. But it might not matter, because JaCoB is minimum getting 2. Looks like he's thinking about getting 4 oils. That is cleaned up. And that is not captured. Oh, and he's not got those where he needs to get them. Yeah, this is, I mean, if you are a bit rusty, USA mirrors are horrible, actually. Because in this, like, early 2 to 3, 4 minutes, you are having to do just a lot of multitasking, back and forth. But he'll be happy he got one dozer there, since that seems to be his main aim of this matchup. USA mirror masterclass needed for the channel, it seems. So, 2 oils plays 1 oil, plays 4 Chinooks on 1 supply dock, plays 2 Chinooks on alternating crates. So they're actually fairly even in economy. Decent bunker snag from Anti there. And does take down a couple of E's there. Really target this V. He's trying to. Gets some decent damage on it. He will intercept. Tries to get a bit of a crush off. And he gets a very good crush, actually. He deals with it. Gets another oil as well. Hello, Sporting. Okay, well that V is heading into 2 of Anti's here. Decent evac. But it's still kind of a 2-for-1 trade, actually. I guess with JaCoB losing more MDs. And Anti actually is on another supply and is killing an oil here. And he's harassing up there. Anti looking better in this, to be fair now, after another chaotic start. Yeah, and JaCoB caught off guard a bit here. Might lose a second Chinook. Yeah, he definitely will. But that, though, is a big boo-boo. He does not realise he's got 4 Chinooks banked up there. And only 1 here as well. Unforced error. Needs to click that down. So he's absorbed with refilling these, but he's not getting the most out of those there. Nope. Wow, almost identical timing with the S&Ds. Anti, though, has an option to try and get Alpha Auroras. JaCoB will be aware of that. And that Toby is eventually cleaned up. So, Anti has the eco lead here. For sure. He is trying to get himself up to Alpha Auroras. Hello, Rolly. Roly-poly. Beacon from Anti. Maybe a misclick. Or is he trying to showcase some stop-start micro there? I think I think it might have been a misclick. Anti's not really a show-off, let's say. Not like those OOE hated tryhards. Yeah, nicely done from Anti. Very nicely done there. Kills 2 oils. And gives himself a lifeline in this set. Gonna need a big matchup both ways. He's looked kind of on the ropes throughout, really, isn't he? But it's how you finish, in a way, isn't it? So let's see if he can bring this back. Auroras are on the way, as is a CC. So one option that he might go for, since he's keen for it at the start, is an Aurora strike there. Kill the strat, get the dozer, and happy days. Still could all go south if a V gets in here. What is that? There's a JaCoB Colonel Burton as well. And there is that Aurora we were talking about. And I think absolutely has to go for the strat here, surely. Nope, he's going for the dozer. Oh, look at that for a dozer hunt. Oh, that was a cool dozer hunt. That was a cool dozer hunt. We like that. We like that. Okay. 10 out of 10 for that hunt there. 10 out of 10. Thank you, Anas. Yeah, we'll do my best. Second Aurora on the way. That should be... Well, it actually could be there, to be fair, if they're clumped like that. Goes for the safe kill. Might micro that home as well. Let's see. He's trying. Just barely, but nice attempt. Okay, it's literally now about not getting caught off guard. Could, of course, add some EMPs here. Probably not a scenario in USA Mirror that he's played too often. The games usually are decided before Auroras in a USA Mirror. But that is the beauty of this map. Can lead to different scenarios. There is a Pathfinder as well. Yep, and that is bad news for JaCoB because I think Spectre Gunship is going to go there. And that will be Anti getting another one on the scoreboard. Where is the Spectre Gunship? Who's the sponsor that left the scene? Pepsi. Sadly. Okay, a bit late on the Spectre, but he agrees with me where that's going to go. Can JaCoB shoot that down? I don't think he can. Yeah, nicely done from Anti. I mean, you lose with arguably the weaker, certainly in the early game and mid-game, the weaker USA. Oh, sorry, you lose with the stronger USA, and then you have to try and win with the weaker USA. You are under a bit of pressure, but he has done it. A10. Is that going to be smack bang between the two? It is not. It's just getting the single barracks kill there. A last drop here from JaCoB. And Anti is indeed caught off guard. Does decide to alpha it. He's done enough. And keeps himself hanging. 2-4. And we're back to Ant1Pro's map pick as well. Now, will JaCoB get affected by that mini comeback there from Anti? Snowy time. Yeah, I did actually say that before, didn't I? That Anti might like the snowy drought. Okay, interesting one. Should be a 1-1 matchup. Should be. But can be won both ways. We shall see. JaCoB probably has it the way round that you'd want it. You're in the lead, you have the better army. Go to 5-2, Anti's under then extreme pressure to win as the Air Force, if that is the situation. However, if Anti can take this back to 4-3, could level it up. So let's see. See, it's going to be a big matchup. We start with Ant1Pro in the top of Snowy Drought with the GLA Vanilla. He's orange, of course, and in the blue, down in the south, it is JaCoB with the USA Air Force. Opens with a barracks. Now that's interesting. That's either Combat Chinook, Greedy Oil Grab. Well, that's probably about it, unless it's a JaCoB freestyle. So we're about to find out what this is. Looks like a Greedy Oil Grab, yeah. Probably plus airfield then, if he's doing this. Yes. Okay. Well, he might get away with it, because Anti's first techs have been horrific throughout this set so far. He's definitely going to need to get more done with it here. Hasn't gone too greedy with the tunnels. I mean, arguably that is greedy. Normally it's around this location. The flank worker has been spotted. Is it going to get in that house? It is not. First tech is on the way. Raptor is up. But once again, look. Anti is late with his first tech. Should be in the base at 140. JaCoB has missed that. Does give time for Anti to evac, and actually that's a problem. The evac is a problem because it could still go and kill the reactor. Could even potentially kill a raptor. Could kill 2 raptors if he timed it correctly. I personally think I'd go for the raptors there. If he times it there. Might have got them, but will get the power. JaCoB kills the most forward tunnel there. And Anti is trying to get on top of that airfield before reinforcements arrive. And he actually might do that. That MD's going in the wrong direction. Could be a big one. He's got to keep it moving. He's got to get to this side of the airfield. And now... Okay, he does. He's got to click the Raptor. He does not. Oh, where is he looking? Where's he looking? Nah, he could have got 2 Raptors there. He is up here though. Might get them now with a pop. 2 more quads have popped. Third supply workers haven't been added, but the pressure has to be sustained here. When the air gets this much of a greedy start. It's got to keep moving them. He does. He's just A-moving though. He's not targeting. He is not targeting the Raptors. These 2 Raptors should not be of this world. They could still be. They could still go down. Honestly. Nah. Nah. Nope, nope, nope. These Raptors should not be there. JaCoB under pressure though does not micro his MDs, and I did say this is throwable. I mean, it actually probably would be over if those Raptors weren't here. But all these quads are basically damaged. He's got to get them this time around, surely. He doesn't. We got 4 more quads on the way though. Hello, Jam. Okay, please. Yes, that Raptor does go down. Okay. I can be happy. And an awkward little position here for JaCoB to clear. And JaCoB opts to actually sell his buildings to deal with this. Anti could have picked off a V there, and what you're going to see here is basically all this go down for free when he could have probably got 2 Vs out of that. So just incredibly inefficient with his choices here, Anti. Very, very inefficient. JaCoB survives, and JaCoB might still be fine, you know, because he adds an ambulance, S&D on the way. You kind of kill infinite quads with that. Well, I say that, and the Vet 1 quad, V, sorry, does go down there. Anti's Palace is on the way as well. Now it's certainly more tricky, but tech has been loaded. And actually, if he gets the strats... Oh, where's he going? Oh, he got a V. That strat was completely free, though. Completely free. Now, I think that palace... Oh, I think that's a mistake. I think the palace wouldn't have gone down to that carpet at 80%. I think that was a massive mistake to cancel that there. Anti on the chase. Again, indecision though. Like either you don't go in or you go in. You can't half go in. That's a bit of a life tip for you guys. Okay, oil and Chinook does go down. Palace is being rebuilt in the most exposed position possible. But refinery will go down as well. Hello, Saleh. Could lose another Chinook here. Just about saves it. Yeah, JaCoB in trouble, I have to say. Now a TT has been loaded up. Could be en route to the strat. A bit of a float from Ant1Pro there. Went up to 11k. Micro is on point from JaCoB. That strat should no longer be of this world, and actually there's 2 dozers available. Depends what he's got in him. Strat goes down. He didn't bring extras. Always bring extras. That's another life tip for you. Always bring extras. Palace is complete, and actually all of a sudden these Vs are a touch more vulnerable. 2 do go down, and that is a sizable army there from Ant1Pro, who is feeling the wind in his sails. He's continuing with this army, I think, here. But is that an overextension? Hello, tease. We got a Scorp in the mix. Oh, he's gone in. He has gone in here. 2 vetted Vs go down. Quads are actually going to deal some more economical damage there. Hello, Robo. Oh, and the combat Chinook. That's an important scout for Anti, actually, who might just be spamming buggies and... Oh, wow. How did he lose all these? He just lost his entire army. How did that happen? Yeah, JaCoB's fallen apart a little bit here. ExCaL dropping wisdom today. I think T's got that. Now, despite JaCoB looking like he's taken tons of damage, which he has, he actually still has a loss, you know. Air Force level 3. Anti takes a bad engagement here to 1 combat Chinook, which he might because he's only got 1 quad. Stranger things have happened. There you go. I mean, he even saw the combat Chinook. Even saw it. So there you go. I mean, if he goes with that whole army, surely he can actually just end the game. CC is now being constructed. There was a German kill here. Kobe's getting a little bit confident with that combat Chinook. Big army from Anti, who's dropped a couple of markets. Worker shoes have just kicked in. And JaCoB about to fly over this army. That is a boo-boo. I don't know where he was looking there, but it was not on his combat Chinook. Yeah, this should be a game-winning army, actually. Buggy ammo just kicked in. Carpet swings and misses. Should absolutely be a game-winning army. Wonder if you could snipe that. Does anyone know that? When the combat Chinooks landed, can you actually snipe the combat Chinook? Well, JaCoB GG's and Ant1Pro is mounting an almighty comeback here. Giving himself an army and a position to level the score unbelievably. I mean, it looked like it was going to be 6-0 the way this set started. Yaman in a boost, yep. Yaman in a boost, let's play that. There was no need for a Yaman in a boost for this game.
Yaman in a boost.
One more time.
You so far.
Oh no, wrong one. That's Hamash.
Yaman in a boost.
There you go. Yaman in a boost. Yamun in a boost. Am I not watching the World Cup draw? I mean, nah, that ceremony takes forever. You tune in and you still have to wait an hour before they actually do the draw. I'll just check it out later. I would much rather watch Ant1Pro get caught off guard by a combat Chinook. Welcome back. Alrighty, here we go. Game number 8 of JaCoB and Anti, with JaCoB up in the north with the vanilla GLA. And down in the south, it is Ant1Pro with the USA Air Force. Now, I don't actually think there was anything wrong with JaCoB's build, per se, but definitely the control letting him down there. Anti opting for the more standard approach. Doesn't look like he's going to be trying or attempting any box here, unless you build the war factory like across there. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, then. That's fun to see. That is very fun to see. Interesting stuff. Well, this, guys, is Comanches, and we'll see if Ant1Pro does the third airfield variation of this build. He does not. Okay. JaCoB's first tech looks a little bit more timed than Anti's. Yeah. Anti's has basically averaged everything from 10 to 20 seconds late. And if he catches that before the... Oh, wow, yeah. I was going to say, if he catches that before he loses his reactor, that's a good start. And that is a good start. It's now moving across the map. Now's the third airfield. Okay, just late again. RPG's popped. First quad out. Oh, we actually made a second tech. And he's not in tunnel here, JaCoB. So that's some major harassment. Does he have the stealth upgrade? I believe he does. He will kill the reactor now. Would like to see the Chinooks pulled on that. That's a lot of RPGs there. And he does not. So he loses a Comanche for free. This should never happen. Yeah, it should just never happen, that. Pulls them now, but... yeah. Not clean, as we like to say. And here's an interesting point. Do you stick or twist? You try to hold this. I think you tried to hold this. It's just the 3 quads. Might get caught off guard by that tunnel. 2 Stingers back at home. All to play for here. Interesting moment. Oh my word, what was that? All the quads went down. I don't even know what that was. We'll have to check that in the replay. I don't know how that happened, actually. I don't know. Also don't know why he doesn't pull a Chinook to clear this, making it so much more difficult for himself. So pulling 1 quad here will alert Anti to this position, yeah. And he's just killing that for free, basically.
ExCaL, do you prefer the double airfield build on this map or War Factory Barracks?
GG, yeah. Anti levels the score. He says, do I prefer the double airfield build on this map or War Factory Barracks? Probably War Factory Barracks, actually. Commies can be good, but they can be disastrous as well, you know. Feels good when you have a game like that from Anti, but it can go very south very quickly with Comanches. But I think it depends on the map a little bit. This map, I think it's just safe for Vs. Other maps, I think Comanches can be very good, actually, yeah. But it is 4-4. It is 4-4. And JaCoB says he shouldn't lose here. Yeah. Well, this is exactly why we're doing this challenge, because JaCoB has looked very good. But now he has to compose himself, because this is the sort of situation where just when you have a setback, you've got to be able to deal with the pressure, channel the pressure a little bit, and refocus up. And we have a very cool matchup on Shiva's Paradise to contend with. And I hope, I don't want to just go AFK to favour either player, but I hope they will give me 1 minute to just be right back. Alright boys, we are back and we're already up. Going to be eating a bit as well. So no one wants to see that. We'll delay the webcam. Okay, so what is favoured here? The tank or the stealth? We're about to find out. We have Ant1Pro with the orange China tank on Shiva's Paradise. And we have JaCoB with the blue GLA stealth. So another one of the newer maps for this World Series of this year. Was pretty popular, not as popular as Kuju. Does have an infinite supply element to this as well, which basically if you kill that refinery, a couple of well, neutral vehicles drop off some crates in the middle of the map, and they're also infinite. Now, the one thing about this map is if you don't know that, how do you know it? There's no sort of sign, right, to tell you, so... I think that probably needs to be looked into. And Anti's looking better and better as the set goes on. I actually quite like his build here. JaCoB needing to get something done with this tech. Hello from Uzbekistan. I think JaCoB's going for the oil, and he's anticipating some sort of defense here. So he's found a nice angle there, and if you TT in the middle, you should get both, and he does. Yeah, nicely done from JaCoB. Anti himself, though, still gets 2 oils here, and does take down that first tech. Sam in the chat saying he never knew that about this map. Now, JaCoB's been very committed to picking off dozers this set, and I can only see 1 remaining on the map here for Anti. Oh no, there's 1 here as well, okay. Wow. Forward supply there from Anti, does not care. Honestly, the players in this set look like 2 completely different players when you look at the start and the end of this set. It's actually quite unbelievable, really. And I don't know why. I'm going to have to speak to them about this. But JaCoB's base is on fire. The counter-attack has been shut down. Anti does lose a dozer, but he already has his CC. He's fine. He is absolutely fine here. JaCoB GG's. Wow, that was a quick one on Shiva's Paradise. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, this is literally from 4-1 down, right, to 5-4 up for Ant1Pro. It's been a good set, this. I mean, I've done well picking the players. I have done well here. Are we actually going to get to a decider, is the question. Okay, to either win the set or to get level, we have Ant1Pro with the bottom right orange GLA Stealth to win it. And we have JaCoB in the north to level it with the blue China tank. Now, is this where he's becoming a little bit rash? Is he actually driving very, very far forward with that war factory? Sorry, with that dozer? Or is he going to make a supply? Okay, he's going to make a supply. So it might not be a bad build here from JaCoB, because if, you know, oil's getting TT'd is on his mind, and there is a TT here. Having 3 supplies and 3 dozers feels pretty good. When you didn't even go for the oils. Powercast says what? He was away for 20 minutes and the score was 4-1. It's honestly been a remarkable turnaround, and I'll say it again, the players look completely different. If you didn't know who was who and you saw the start of this set, you'd think the players had flipped in the second half of this set. It's really, really weird. JaCoB, however, has had a good start here. Anti getting a TT on the oil, but can he stop what is going to be a flood of tank units coming across the map here? Oh, Anti holds there, but he's about to lose his tunnel here. Do we see the oil cap in play for Anti? We do. And a second arms leader being dropped as well. It's going to need more tunnels. Otherwise he's in danger of losing this position as well. Ooh, that could be interesting. Observedic quad. Is he going to hold on to that? Oh, it's a messy pop, that. Very messy pop. I think the tech went down to mines there as well. Propaganda has been established. I think, yeah, I mean, JaCoB's obviously aware of this forward tunnel now. And Anti doesn't seem to have that whole lot of army, does he? Yeah, it was a very ambitious expansion, that, from Anti. He's getting his oils at home, though. And this position itself is actually good, because JaCoB now has to rally here to clear it. Which means Anti has got half a chance to hold this. If he's paying attention. He's got a notification now. Yeah, he's trying to just chip off units in 2 locations. Actually pretty good. I mean, he's going to lose that location. But just about stabilizes at home. Oh, it did actually pop again here. Might pop a third time. Oh, his vetted quads are blocked. He realises that now. He can pop and actually hold this. He does. Okay, bit of a dangerous situation for JaCoB all of a sudden, if continued, which I don't think he will. No, he's trying to hold his main. Palace has just been dropped. Well, now we do see the counter, and actually this is starting to get a little bit clenched buttock time for JaCoB. Nice bunch of flamers here from JaCoB though. Yeah. Anti, is he going to go back here or is he going to keep going? I think he will go back. An artillery deployed on this position, yeah. Will be a sigh of relief from JaCoB to deal with this. Kills the tunnel. And no repair bay from Anti there. Repair bay in play for JaCoB, but doesn't have this one. We're going to a decider, boys. We are going to a decider. MiGs are up as well. You could see the stress of JaCoB to deal with that when obviously artillery there would have been the better choice, but just didn't want this position for Anti, even drop mines here as well. What benefits do quads get when scrapped up? Is it armor and damage boost? Or rate of fire boost? I mean, all I know is it's good. But I also know don't do it if they get vetted, because then actually they lose strength. The vetted quad there goes down for Anti. It's a nice flamer from JaCoB this. Now if that flamer does not go down, those oils may well. Oh, he actually didn't focus for the oils, interestingly. Ant1Pro GG's, it's a decider. It is a decider. That's amazing. There you go, ExCaL host +++ gets a close set together. So now I basically have to pick the decider and the map. And you know what? I'm not going to be embarrassed to say that I like Vendettas and Tournament Deserts. Tiny Tactics also very good, but I'm tempted to see a TD. TD Nuke Mirror. May I pick Decider? Anti says lovely. Not balanced, says JaCoB. Why not? Why not? Go Vendetta. What does it mean, go Vendetta? This map never played it, please. Lol. Okay. I did mention I liked Vendetta, so can do that too. Alright, they're happy, they're happy, they're happy. Lesson. Practice the best and oldest map. For the future. Always a World Series map. Alright, good luck, have fun. Let's see, is Anti gonna ride this wave and actually take the set? Or will JaCoB snatch it in the last and final game? Let's see, we have Ant1Pro down in the south with the orange China nuke. And up in the north it is JaCoB with the blue China nuke. Yeah, I'm biased. I mean, nuke mirrors are actually very good, to be fair. They're fast-paced. There's a lot of strategy options. Get the camera back. Yeah, fair. I've stopped stuff in my face, so we're back. Sam says you play what the host said. Well, to be fair, I did say Vendetta or TD, and I unashamedly like those maps. So here, this is exactly what I was talking about. It is a mirror with multiple build order choices. Obviously, 2 War Factories is one of them. We have a War Factory Barracks delayed Licks build coming in from Anti. We have a pure Licks build from JaCoB. So very interesting here. So you will see an airfield box there. There you go. We're seeing a bunker here. Battlemaster is out. And another barracks to box as well here. So might be a better build by Anti because he will get a scout. He's actually made a second Battlemaster. He will get a scout of this Licks. And then he can react and get a GAT. Potentially faster than what JaCoB can. Because JaCoB will assume this is a ground unit spam. But let's see. If Anti sees that airfield, which he should roughly now. And he's actually made 3 Battlemasters. Yeah, I think when you don't see any units, you should make a GAT. So, slight misjudgment there from Anti. Decides to hide his Battlemasters for now, get his own Licks up. And he's running his Battlemaster straight into this Helix, actually. And I'll stand corrected because JaCoB is getting some very good damage here. Gets a dozer. Loses the Licks. And Anti's does survive. But Anti is now under pressure to get a bit of damage done himself. Needs to remake those trucks. And is actually getting his CZ. Very scared to get hunted. No truck rate remake as of yet. It is now, but that Battlemaster, let's see if it gets in. Yeah, Anti goes back with his Licks. Fortunately for Anti, JaCoB's trucks here messes up, and he hasn't taken a 3rd supply. Wow. Oh my word. Just avoided a hunt. Pretty ambitious, if that's an oil grab queued for Anti there. I'd say that's very ambitious, actually. And another Lix is indeed out, which he does get a scout of. A lot of range from that building, but doesn't seem to be reacting. Only one truck has been remade here. Oh, you can't chase the Lix like that. Ant, a lucky boy to keep his Lix alive there. Yeah, JaCoB expands. Kills another truck from Anti there. We'll lose this Lix. Will it evac? It will not. Lots on the map, and I think JaCoB is going to clinch it. And JaCoB will clinch this, and I mean, fair play. He looked like he was just on a massive throw streak. From 5-1 to 5-5 to actually then taking the set. Yeah, Anti very late on remaking the trucks here. Very, very late. And his Lixes are trapped. Oh, Anti. We'll go down surely here. Yep. Well, I think Anti was happy with the nuke mirror, but actually in the end, the fast Lix looked like the better build, but I just think Anti made too many Battle Masters when he literally saw no units. And you gotta smell some shenanigans when you don't see any units. And Anti did not do that. Sam saying Anti's on one truck the entire game, yeah. Also hurts. Well, we've had unforced errors throughout the set, actually. So when these guys watch this back, they'll hopefully try and get on top of those errors. Propaganda's only just on the way. Going for the dozer there, we can see that he's got his command center. The truck damage, I think, would have been the safer bet. Potentially might think that is the hunt here, Anti. Which will make him hold on in the game for as long as possible. Might think he got himself a lifeline there, but when he hears an artillery come across the map... that will be a very sad moment for him. Two Overlords are out. One Overlord for Anti. I mean, JaCoB has to do a pretty horrific engagement to lose from here. Lotus is out as well. Has a 2 supply lead. No subliminal yet from Anti. May have forgotten that, I'm not sure. He does have a Lotus out himself. Yeah, and he'll be sad to see that army, Anti. For sure. Has got subliminal now. Oh, and he's going to run his Lotus straight into a gat if he's not careful. Don't know if he thinks he's hunted or not. I think he might still think he's hunted. But we know that is not the case. Okay, well, JaCoB throws his licks away for 2 trucks there. And it's 2 Overlords versus 2 Overlords, but JaCoB with the extra ECM. Lotus going deep in the base. How many dozers are actually out? Just the one. Let's have 3 war factories though. Too many Gats, I would say, in position. I like the chain guns here as well from JaCoB. And I think Ant1's going for that hunt. He's actually going to get the hunt. Surely. He does, yeah. Oh, that's big. That is big. And he's now going to go for another war factory as well. Is this going to be one of the greatest comebacks? Because if he kills those Overlords, he's going to get a lot of XP from that as well. There you go. It's racking up. And JaCoB is on absolute full panic mode right now. Full panic mode. Ant1 trying to get out of dodge. If he gets out without licks, that's unbelievable. He has got out without licks. Well, never say never. Hold on to your seats. This is not over. This is unbelievably not over. So with a level 2 arty and this Lotus capturing this, JaCoB can be out of war factory production. And that is going to be the level 3 there. He's going to lose his licks, but in a way it's done its job. It got to level 3. Ant1 surely has got to go for one of those war factories with his Lotus there. Oh, he's been distracted by a Lotus himself. Oh my word. But actually, Ant1 has more Overlords at the moment, and that CC is at 65%. Well, I say he has more. He has more to engage this push. JaCoB does have more if he groups up his entire army. What will be interesting if Ant1 has selected Carpet, he might need that defensively to hold this push. Well, that's the arty. That is the arty. We could have a jackpot carpet on our hands here. We could. Oh, he's missed the Lotus? No, he hasn't. Okay, so it's 1 war factory now for JaCoB. He can spam helixes. Nearly lost his helix. Do we see a carpet here? Needs to line the carpet up there. If he's got it, he's going to be too late with it. Yeah, he's too late with it. That should have been deployed as soon as the armies were engaging. I also think Ant1 should have committed to that war factory when JaCoB was in full panic mode. But as it is, it actually was a very close and very nice ending to this game. But JaCoB will take the set. 6-5. Very, very tense situation in the end, but Ant1 didn't quite have the economy to pull it off, and that is a win from JaCoB, who, yeah, looked commanding into, well, something else, but in the end he did come away with the win, so sure both players will get some nice experience from that set. Now, don't go anywhere, because we are literally going into Almoood versus Memphis in a couple of minutes' time. And I'll just give them the heads up. Thanking the players. Tense finish in the end. GG's. Well played. Okay, don't go anywhere. I will be back just with a little refreshment, and we will be back with set number 2. Stay tuned. Alright boys, we are back and we have Almoood versus JaCoB. Right, let me just spin the wheel, find out who gets the first map. Wheel of names. Almoood. Not JaCoB, Memphis. They had Almoood versus JaCoB then. And the first map will go to Memphis, very clearly actually. Okay. Wasn't even a close one, that. Did spin wheel. You get first map. Boom, boom. Okay, nice. And that's why we got an open map pool, because we are seeing some good maps like Dralim, like Farmlands, which have gone out of the meta a little bit. And actually, Mayhem is another good one, to be fair. Hello. Did a spin the wheel. Memphis got the map pick. He picked this. B11. Good luck, have fun. Alright, let's see what we get. Wow. There you go. Good matchups on this. You only get good matchups on this channel. Stealth tank, very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. We like that. Warm hands. Okay, Almoood having a think. Memphis is ready. Typically, tank tends to be the army that wins more, actually, but it's not to say that stealth can't win, but it is just a very good matchup. One of the best matchups, this stealth versus tank. And here we go. We start with the player in orange. He always typically plays in orange as well. And that is Memphis with the GLA Stealth. And down in the south, in the purple, it is Almoood with the China Tank. Both from the same clan, by the way, NG. And this is Farmlands of the Fallen. Two supplies from Almoood. And looks like he might then hop over here to get the third supply. Memphis, meanwhile, with a little bit more of a standard build order. Truck rush from Almoood as well. Will that catch Memphis off guard? Well, he catches that forward worker actually. And actually decides to carry on into the base. Sometimes that's enough, you know, and you just send it back. But he opts to continue on. Flamer, the first unit of choice. A little bit risky, of course, being against stealth. But might work out for him. Misses that terrorist. And that Flamer takes a lot of damage. I think that should get back to base, yeah, and get healed. And it does. Might deny another forward worker here. Good micro on the worker, but he does actually get the worker and gets an RPG. So I'd say decent there from Almoood with that truck. Denying quite a bit of the map control. Hasn't really taken any damage himself. And he's going up to, or he's trying to go up to 3 war factories. That might be a tad ambitious. I think 2 and maybe more map control is normally the way to go. Unless he's going to try and just rally across the map and end the game. Let's see. First tech is coming across. Mines have been scouted, and yeah, I mean, he had the GAT on this side of the supply. I mean, I think it's always better to have it clearly on the direction that the tech's going to arrive from, but only loses 1 tech in the end. And does flush that building out. Flushes this building out as well, and actually can garrison that building there, and he will oblige. Well, for 3 war factories, there's a big float going on, so I think Almoood is not building, is what I feel here. Memphis looking on point. And 1 quad does go down. Oil grab is now in play. This is where it's going to get a little interesting. Pretty big push coming across the map here. And will Memphis pop here? He pops from the top side tunnel. And flamers are scary to deal with, and Almoood is pushing. This building will be flushed. And 3 quads go down, actually. Very nicely done from Almoood. And if he expands behind this, could be in a good spot. It hasn't expanded behind this yet, and Memphis about to get on 3 oils. No third supply though, no second arms dealer, and no palace. So this is actually a little dangerous for Memphis. He picks off the outpost, that would be good for him, especially with that hijacker now scouted. But he actually got the hijacker just in time. And the push continues. Very late to expand in the direction he was pushing here. And a few AFK units there. But he has flushed his position out. What you would see from experts, though, is that supply and that supply would already be taken. But nicely done with sort of a double timed attack here. Needs to flush that building out. He does. And in turn kills that oil. He's about to expand now. And do we see a Lotus on the field? Oh, we do, but it's here. Yeah, a little bit ambitious from Memphis there, but I think he's just trying to buy a little bit of time for the Palace tech. Tries to defend at home. The Emperor makes it scary, but there's a good ring of tunnels here. And Almoood is level 3. Still hasn't expanded though. Major mistake there not to expand. Two flamers swinging by here, and actually, if you focus the quads, which they are stacked up now, so these quads all can go down. The main base is under a lot of threat. Yeah, the two flamers sneaked in. Almoood getting a lot done with those two flanking flamers. Confidently expands now. Lotus locking down the other arms dealer as well. And to be honest, if you took those flamers to the palace, comboed it with an arty, you can actually take the palace out. Looks like the arty is going on the palace. Takes it out outright. That was a level 3 artillery. Just killing the palace straight away. Bit of a miss micro here. I think he's still micro in those units. And he's micro in the Lotus as well. Another supply about to go down. Looks like it will. Yeah. Yeah, Memphis is in trouble. I think when people saw the lineups tonight, I think from what I heard, people thought both sets would be a bash. Well, we had a first set going to a decider, and we're having what looks like the underdog for this set, taking an early lead here in Almoood. Could be a 1-1 matchup though. Is it hard for the stealth here is the question. I still maintain I think it's very doable. Hasn't added his trucks in the mid. Doing fairly okay spending his cash though, and getting quite a lot done with his units. Memphis holding on in there, but I mean we can see the map. And it is looking very purple. Emperor got sniped there, but there's nothing to take it with. Memphis does get his ore back, but he has got a flamer there, which he sniped or hijacked, and we'll clear some of Almoo's supplies. Almoood is floating though. And again, this game has and should have looked very over the last couple of minutes, but you never know. We have already seen some pretty eye-watering comebacks in this stream already. Could this be another one? He's not bringing his ECMs with his army here. I think he will flush that bunker out now though, yeah. Oh, he didn't flush it. So many AFK flamers here, so really making a mess closing this out Almoood here. ExCaL though does go down. Memphis tried to cockroach around the map. Yeah, and in this situation, like, just get the reinforcements in as well, and it's an unstoppable force. Yeah, I think when Memphis sees this, he might GG out. No, still hanging on in there. He's going for a JaCoB approach to stay in the game till the last building, something JaCoB always used to do. But at the same time, might be using it to warm up a bit. Memphis, I think he's been a bit rusty as well. Whereas Almoood, I think, has been pretty active for him. So, yeah, it's interesting. The favourite in both of these sets is the more rusty player in terms of activity, whereas the underdog has been more active. So, yeah, are we seeing that practice and spam is good for you? I think that's what we are seeing. Memphis trying to make a few hijackers. Artillery on the map. And yeah, this game's been over for about 4 minutes in my view. We don't know if he's using this to warm up a little bit. He might be. I think when these flamers get locked, which they're about to, yeah, he will GG. So Almoood taking an early lead there. One game to 0. Pressure on Memphis a little bit. Memphis saying it's been a while since he's seen this map. Exactly, yeah. It's a very good map. But obviously World Series map pool tend to be the maps that get practice. Good evening, Ryan. Yeah, not the cleanest closeout from Almoood there, but did enough. The flanking flamers, the pretty safe start, I would say. Set him up in a nice position to clear the map a little bit, and then to do that all critical damage, which Memphis ultimately couldn't recover from. Almoood is ready. And he quickly accepts as the stealth as we jump into game number 2. Right, down in the bottom left, it is Memphis with the China tank. He is in orange. And in the top right, it is Almoood with the GLA stealth. Thank you for the good words in the chat. Appreciate that. Almoood half looking like he was going to go 3 supplies there, but this worker actually seems to be heading down to the oil. Memphis, meanwhile, 2 supplies. Will we see him rush a 3rd? Will we see a truck rush? Hello, Ahmad. I'm good, mate. How are you? We do see a truck rush as well. And we do see a 3rd. So identical build orders from the tank point of view. Looking pretty similar from the stealths as well. Very similar, actually. With the one difference here that this truck could actually do more damage than it did in the first game. Almoood as well, faster on the oil cap, which I like to see. Yeah, now there needed to move his workers because basically that does what the truck wanted. It's literally killed 4 workers there. So a bit of a disastrous start for Almoood when he had everything he needed in position to deal with that truck correctly. Does need to get something done with his first tech now. Well, again, okay. Does delay the truck mining. Tries a bit of harassment here as well. This is the moment where anyone can float. Literally anyone can float. In your micro and your tech. But he's not floated as much as he would be because of that supply damage. Probably a mistake here to draw the gap to a tunnel you're trying to establish as well. But maybe he doesn't see it actually in the trees. So a flamer is heading that way. Will be big for Almoood if he can get the ore grab off here. Looks like he might. The dozer has been spotted. Oh, and he's going to kill that flamer as well. Yeah, that is a good couple of seconds there for Almoood. Very good couple of seconds. He's forgotten about his tech though, which would have made it an even better few seconds. Oh yeah, massive mistake here because he could have garrisoned this, killed that dozer, maybe even killed a couple of trucks as well. So it was one major step forward there, but 2 steps back in forgetting about that tech, and I don't know how he's forgotten about it. Greetings from Australia. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. How is there a loss on my Generals Online profile? I actually don't know. It's a good question. Can't remember. Might have been a free-for-all. Oh, Almoood about to be kicked out of the mid. Yeah. It's held on to that position well, I have to say. Bit of a whoopsie on the workers. And that palace has been stopped, and I don't think he realises. And Memphis, whilst clearing this, literally has a free pathway to the base. The hijacker there. So we can actually get one of those flamers. Oh. He's forgetting about units, Almoood. And it's hurting him. Yeah. Nicely done from Memphis. Just a bit of a methodical map clearance job here. Will lose a dozer for his troubles and does not have a CC as of yet, but he is on 4 war factories. That is good for the spam. Tunnels have been cleaned up. And yeah, not enough workers rebuilt. So what you see in these games and in these sets is unforced errors that bite the players hard, really. Hello, Joldush. Memphis pushing in 2 locations now. JaCoB trying to hold, but actually all of this position's cleared up as well. Mad says, why do I always win the World Championships? Well, I didn't win last year, but I did win this year. A few more quads going down, and yeah, this is where you cannot stop the stream of tank. Level 3 imminent for Memphis, who does have his CC now as well. Almoood trying to get his first bus, but I think it's going to be too little too late. So I had some good moments in this game, but forgetting about the units, still not mining efficiently on either supply. Ultimately mean that Memphis will level the score. Almoood GG's. And it will be Almood's map choice now. 1 apiece. Yeah, there's the eco difference for you in the end. Ahmed says, what do you think? When can I play like you? Well, you either play ZH Ladder or you now play Quick Match on Generals Online. You can get opponents very quickly, and it's a very good way to practice and improve your game. Watch streams, look at the build orders. Let me plug my channel membership, become a channel member. ExSquad, not ExWood, for access to probably over 100 videos, actually. Member videos of replay reviews and masterclasses. And yeah, play challenges like we have and we are seeing tonight. Tank Laser, very good, very good. Feel like we might be seeing 2 Humvees and an ambulance in this matchup. Well, let's see. I'm a fan of 2 Humvees and an ambulance, by the way. I can no eco from time to time. Fast accept. I think this is a matchup where you don't have to think too long about the build order. As Laser, you're literally going to decide whether it's 1 supply or 2 supply. And you know what you're going to do as tank as well. And we start with the tank, and it is Almoood in the south with the purple. And in the north, it is Memphis with the USA Laser, and it looks like it's going to be 1 supply. No eco imminent. That I classify as an unforced error, by the way. The dozer spinning around, taking forever to build the supply. Just unnecessarily delaying. Unnecessary delay. You've been in the finals since 2020, right? That is correct. Let me see if I can remember my finals. So 2011 or 2010, I forget now. The very first World Series against Size, that was a win. 2020 against Boyka, that was a final, that was a loss, that was a runners-up. 2021 against Fargo, I think it was, that was a win. 2022 against Size, I'm tempted to say, that was a win. 2023 against Vivid, that was a final and that was a win. 2024 against Marikar, that was a final and that was a loss. And this year against Vivid once again, and that was a win. Noriko is across the map, breaks the outpost. Tank hunters are still in play. Good pull on the trucks, although one did go down there. Opts for a laser lock and an evac, but he's forgotten about his ambulance here, Memphis. So he's made a little bit of a mess of this. This is not over just yet. Almoood scrambling to pick that V off. He will pick that V off. Liked the choice to kill those MDs because he actually saved his GAT. Memphis in trouble, in a lot of trouble. There's a GAT round the back as well. Mood needs to get his trucks back here. He needs to repair this. So, yeah, what you're seeing from both players is good and bad. Still not remade the trucks. Oh, he's messed up, I think, Almoood here. I think Memphis messed up. Oh, and he's messed up there as well. But Almoood has messed up as well. Unless he catches that V. Laser tank coming across the map as well. Yeah, forgetting about that's criminal, really. That could have basically ended the resources of Memphis. That is the hunt. He's remembered it now, but not remembered his trucks. So I received the prize from the World Series. I did. Almoood GG's. Not clean, but enough for Memphis now to take the lead, and the pressure swings to Almoood. I always say that when you have to know eco second, I'd love to see a stat on this, but I think you're under more pressure, so the success rate, I believe, goes down when you're under the pressure to win it in the reverse, but we shall see. Could be wrong about that. And who knows, Almoood might not go for no eco at all. He might go for 2 supplies. We shall find out. We have Memphis down in the south, now taking a lead in this set with the China tank. And in the north, it is Almoood with the USA laser. Well, it's looking like a no eco as well, isn't it? It is looking like a no eco. Better supply placement from Memphis. No delay on building that. Oh, it is not a no eco. Well, it is, kinda. Actually, quite an old school build from Almoood, this. So what you do, you drop a laser pat in the base, and you actually get 1 full V out as well. This looks like it could work quite nicely. That's going to be in position before a unit gets out. And yeah, laser Patriot on the way. Nice from Almoood, that. Did not expect that, mixing it up. Very nice. The question is now, what is the response from Memphis? Oh, he's done the laser tank drop as well. Very old school build this. I personally prefer just a V after that. But he's actually going for a laser tank drop. I think it's going to work out for him. Yeah. Very nice from Almoood. He's done it in a little bit more of a... how to say... sophisticated way. Good micro of the dozer. Good choice to hang around here with the laser tank. Needs to get that dozer back repairing ideally. Let's focus to that. Gap micros around here. Loads his V up, gets an ambo. Yeah, Almoood's best game, I would say, in this set so far. Pretty nicely done. There, probably could have kept playing Kiss Chase around the War Factory rather than committing. But the micro here and the initial micro here, very good. I think when Memphis sees this V, we're going to be going to a quick 2-2. Actually, Almoood could have taken the lead, though, by the way, because he did have the chance when Memphis made a boo-boo with the micro to win the previous game. Yeah, Memphis completely out of trucks here. Another V on the way. Even if Almoood loses this, I don't think he can lose from this position. He loses that V. Second V joins the party. One truck is only just remade now. Yeah, nice. Nice clean up. Almoood's best game. Yep, Almoood's best game for sure. Nice level of composure there, and micro, which probably a bit like JaCoB today, you know, in flashes, are as good as I've seen them. So well done. And we will now head over to Memphis's map. What are we going for? What are we going for? Like to see. Interesting from Memphis. Sakura Forest. There's no vetoes. Yeah. No vetoes. He knows it's a joke. Maybe Memphis knowing Almoood doesn't like this map, could be playing to some inside weaknesses that he knows about, being clan members. Do have a relatively 1-1 matchup. Can be won both ways, I would say here, though. So we shall see. Mood starting as the laser. I mean, if you're not sure about something technical involving the oils, you can still have a good chance going 2 supplies on this map. But yeah, I do think as Nuke you have a chance as well, with the amount of oils available on the map. Almoood downloading probuild.com to find out what he wants to do here. He's ready. And here we go. Game 5. We start with Almoood with the USA laser. He is in purple. And it is Memphis with the China nuke in orange. And this is the Sakura Forest, based on a Battle for Middle-earth 2 map, if I am remembering correctly. It's a very pretty map. With the streams here, and kind of a tribute, I guess, with that boat. Yeah, like it really. Like the map. It definitely encourages different games, I would say. Almoood getting a barracks here. Oh. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one indeed. So I think he might be rushing an oil, but also getting a fast V. Hello, Lifto. The best 0-hour format maker in the business. Hello, Stivlor. Yeah, let's see you watch the masterclass. Well, Almoood didn't, that's for sure. I think Memphis didn't either. Or maybe he did. Almoood maybe did not. To me, they look like they're freestyling a bit here. But we shall see. This build... don't know. I mean, he's been on 1 supply for so long, and it's not even the crated supply. Loses a dozer here. He kills that. Oh, and denies that, which is going to be a tough ask now that the V's damaged. I think he's got a Ranger in there as well. Not going to deny it, is he? No. I think Almoood is throwing. Trying to kill his drone now as well. I mean, the amount of APM wasted on something which is just a decision. Like, why even make that drone if you're going to send it out and know that you're going to need to repair it when you're engaging a unit? Memphis on the second war factory. That's got the repair bay as well. I don't know why he keeps unloading these MDs either. Like 1 maybe, but unloading all of them. Now that's... not sure about that. Third war factory and no propaganda. So both are definitely freestyling. Still, Silvio, to answer your question. Neither have watched the masterclass. Disappointed face. Really weird from both players, this actually. Really weird. Like, Memphis has just locked himself on tier 1 units, which can be killed by Vs infinitely with good micro. And Almood's done a pretty poor build order overall, but unbelievably, I think it's going to be enough. Because there's no prop, there's no airfield, there's no man spam. Almoood getting a little bit trapped almost here. No, it saves the V. He's definitely going to get trapped here. That is the route out, I think. Or is he just going to say, I'll take as much as I can with me? Which in the end is not that much. He's going to get himself up to 5 oils. A 4th war factory for Memphis, and the propaganda finally in play. Oh wow, you let him get that oil. Well, a big V-blob coming down this south side, and it can actually clear this entire position. With good micro. S&D is on the way, but these gats are getting in the base. Oh, he's not microing. He's caught off guard, and that could be the throw. Yeah, you can't do that. Just when S&D was about to hit as well. Disaster. Disaster. Maybe trying to do too much as well, you know. Here, losing at home. It's a sort of situation, just micro blob, you know. Forgotten about this again. Keeps unloading his Vs. I don't understand that either. Why he keeps unloading his Vs to laser lock. Look, this bunker should have just been clicked down. There's nothing in it. Don't understand. It's forgotten to deploy the S&D. Yeah, a lot of mistakes here. It was actually a gift to Almoood this with what Memphis did, but Memphis is going to come away with it. And the question is, will Memphis make as many errors in the reverse? Yeah, not the best game from either player. I mean, there's 4 war factories, but there's no overlords. And Almoood is level 3, and he's actually now grouping up. I'm kind of... don't know what to say. Very confused with what I'm watching in this game. There's a ranger in there, so he can actually capture those back. Okay, here's the overlord army. Oh, ATN gets deployed down here just when this pushes across the map. Now, is he going for a base trade or is he going to try and hold? Looks like he's going to try and hold. Memphis getting his CC. Now this is the place where you unload, and he's not going to, is he? Okay, he is. Nice from Memphis to just drive away. Keep the mining reduced. And Almoood GG's. Yeah, that was from as good as Almood's been in that laser tank to as bad as we've seen him there. And Memphis has a chance to take a stranglehold of this set and challenge here with the better army. Okay. And here we are, down in the right side, right corner of the secure forest by No Mercy and Radar. It is Memphis with the USA laser. And in the top left, in the purple, it is Almoood with the China nuke. There's Daoud in the chat. Hello, hello. Davido. So looking like a standard build here from Memphis. I think better than what Almoood went for. And it is a Gatlix from Almoood plus oils. Well, Helix is on the way. Memphis. Drone is here. He's assuming there's an oil grab here. There isn't one. Memphis also opting for this barracks on the oil. And Amu's got to be careful here. You can't do that until the Gatlix is upgraded. And all he's done now is notify Memphis on what is there. And I don't think Almoood knew, Memphis knew. Memphis caught off guard here though. But will that dozer be denied? No, I don't think so. One truck goes down. He's going to try and chase this Toby down, and he will get it. Not much in the base for Memphis here, and that is a bunker lick. So let's see. Not much in the base at all. If Almoood gets in there, could do critical damage. Nice quick pull on the Chinooks though. Keeps both alive. Nice kill on the V. Nice kill on this V as well. And this is good from Almoood. Good circle back for the dozer. Didn't get it and didn't unload as well. Very greedy to not unload. Loses trucks at home. Should be able to clear that up though with the Gatlix. Hello Bar Chest Production. Hello Logma. And a decent clear up as well there too. Scary moment for Memphis coming up because the second Overlord, second ECM and a couple of GATs go across the map. That is not going to be easy to hold. He needs 1 to 2 minutes now just to build up his army. Lotus being sent down to these oils here. I did say Nuke can do something on this map, especially with the mistakes from the lasers we've seen this game and the previous. And here comes the push. Let's deny him one of those oils. Yeah, now Mood's revealed the Lotus. It's things like that. These decisions just add up. So what that now forces is that Almoood has to win the game with this push, and Memphis has added a turret. Whereas if he'd have taken that position, could have actually still played out a longer game. But makes a good choice to go round that position. And those MDs are lagging behind a bit there. Would like to see a GAT Overlord. Okay, here we go. Big moment. Lots of MDs unloaded. ECM Micro is not bad. A horrific lack of drones here from Memphis, which is hurting him more than it should. But decent cleanup. And now the strategy center can get deployed. Yeah, Almoood puts himself in positions where he doesn't have follow-ups. Is my tournament confirmed for tonight? No tournament tonight, but there might be a challenge tonight, yeah. 3v3 challenge. B does get picked. Oh, and that troop caller is going to be well timed, because that is a lot of MDs right there. Very well timed troop caller indeed. Do we have any specials for the holiday? Nothing planned as of yet, but yeah, I do plan to chill a bit this holiday. It's been a tough year. Memphis has expanded to the top side. And a good deny on the Lotus here as well. Mood trying to get himself up to nuke MiGs. It's not a bad call, to be honest. I think he should attempt to capture one of these if he's going to try and slowly kill them. Yeah, the whole army is picked. There will probably be too many targets for the nuke MiGs, but let's see. On 3 oils currently. Well, that will run into the mines, will it? Nope. Does get picked off by the GAT though. Going down, and Memphis looks like he's going to edge and take a lead here. Upgrade is up. Yeah, V goes down. And Almoood GG's. Memphis takes the lead. Yeah, and I do say it, I say it all the time. in these Imber matchups, you've got to practice them enough to go 1-1 in them. Oh, pardon me. Almoood going for blue hole. I mean, that is a good choice, I think, if you're behind. Pick a map that you can win both ways. Memphis says, be right back, drink. Okay, they are both be right back. Tempted to be right back as well then, very briefly. Alright, we're all back. And it is a GLA demo. It's a matchup, which is almost a mirror. So Almoood will be happy with that. But it's also the fact that it's a mirror. Memphis could, of course, win this both ways as well. Alright, Memphis is ready. He says have fun. JaCoB said Memphis is good here, can go either way. Well, we shall see. It's Almoood with the GLA demolition. He's down in the bottom left, and in the top right, it is Memphis with the vanilla GLA. This is blue hole, so let's actually have an oil count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 oils, is that right? So you kind of have like 4 and a refinery safe. Then you have 2 to fight over, 6. Yeah. It's a lot. As well as like 4 supplies in the mid and 1 in each corner. And 1 here. A lot of eco. And because of that, we are seeing a double barrack strategy from both players. We'll have our match on this map. Well, once the ore grab kicks in, the match can swing quite quickly actually on blue hole. In fact, I actually find the start of the games on Bluehole have a major impact on the outcome of the game. Which is probably the same for any map, right? How you start it influences how you end it. Text going across the map here. One rebel has been crushed by Almoood. Memphis opts to not go for those. It does get them now, and will he get a second? He doesn't, just barely. Doesn't click it. Yeah, and again, like 1 HP, it's not going to get in there. He could have gone up there and denied that rebel. So what is the oil count? 1, 2 for Almoood. 1, 2, a third. Will be 5 for Memphis, and maybe even 6 here. It's been the better start for Memphis so far, and he's got the map control. The Memphis perhaps starting to warm. He did say cold hands. Can I ask what I was eating? I was just eating a biscuit there. Chocky biscuit. And Memphis looking on point. The map, mini-map starts to give you an indication on how the games are going on this map. And yeah, a bit of a clutch building grab there from Almoood. He does need some map presence. Already the second arms dealer in play. Might get a scaffold deny there. He does. Tech does go down though. Yeah, I mean, when you're in game on this map, there's so much going on, and like the size of the map as well. Very easy for us to look up here and think, oh yeah, easy peasy. But it's not an easy map. Hello, Sahil. Yeah, so Almoood needed that because he's lost map control in the bottom right. He needed to get then the top left, which he has. Memphis with quite the float here. Now decides to drop down another arms dealer and a palace. And the oil situation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Almoood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 for Memphis. So Almoood with a slight oil lead. Doesn't have enough workers here. Yeah, it's sort of evened out a little bit, but this could be a big moment. Memphis did have that second arms dealer for that little bit longer. I think Almoood has to repop. He doesn't. And that could be a massive swing in this game. He has reclaimed the centre. Looks like he's going to stop Memphis getting in that building. Yeah, a bit of a mistake from Memphis there to be AFK with his army. He does do a repop. A lot of Tox tractors there. Almoood now not looking at his army either, and don't tell me these two quads are going to solo all this. Very close actually. They nearly did, yeah. Almoood not paying attention to his army, and he has lost control of the entire north side. Does have 4 arms dealers though. Does not have a palace. Memphis does. So yeah, this spam has got to get Almoood some of the map back, because if he doesn't, Memphis is going one away from winning this set. Oh, that's nice use of the buildings there from Memphis. Off 2 quads, and it looks like he's going to commit to clearing this position. Memphis feeling confident. I mean, these buildings are very damaged, almost doesn't need the Tox Tractor. Nice pincer movement from both sides here. And I think, yeah, Memphis is on the forearms here as well. I think this is where Memphis is very comfy. This sort of position. Hasn't got the oil and the repair bay there though, slight mistake. Let's have a full tunnel here, Memphis. Surprised he's forgotten about that. It could be the orange colour with the white, potentially. Not easy to see. This could be a nice demo trap. Should deploy that. Ah. That's a lot of buggies that have just been popped here. Wow, Mood GG's. When he sees that amount of buggies, he thinks, yeah, you've been on a palace a while and I'm getting out of here. So Memphis goes one away. And as the set has progressed, the pendulum has swung more and more, I would say, to Memphis here. And Asia have access to these servers, yeah. So we need perfection from Almoood now. Can't afford to drop any more games. Memphis having a think. And we are ready. Alright, down in the bottom left, one away from the set win, it is Memphis with the GLA Demolition. And up in the north, in the purple, it is Almoood with the Vanilla GLA. Yeah, a win here would be good for his confidence, keeping him in the set. Using that reverse when it's your map pick never feels good. But Memphis looked very solid there. Just was kind of ahead from the very start really, had more oils. Seemed to just get a little bit more done with his first tech. And oh, Memphis mixing it up. Big time mixing it up. That should be a bit of a tell from Almoood, actually. Going to be a TT from Memphis. Going to be a TT plus oil. It is. But there is no tunnel to put the tech in, so he actually has to drive it potentially past this tunnel of Almoods. G. Opts not to do. Almoood will find no workers here. So basically, if he holds this TT, he's going to take this game, Almoood. And this could be big. Yeah, now all the workers are... Oh, wow. Yeah, Almoood lost confidence there, I think. Memphis saying GG's. I think, you know... Can you cock crouch around the map if you get on a load of oils there? I'm not sure. Memphis, though, closing it out clinically. GG's, well played. And yeah, interesting to watch these two in action. And I will be calling it there. But that was a fun, chill session of casting. Thank you for all the players for playing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the subs and teas with the super chat donation as well. Hope you enjoyed these challenges, and I will see you all very soon. Take care.